You're not extending enough on your follow-through. Follow-through is everything in golf, just like life. Haha, don't you find?
Number 10. Meryl Streep as Julia Child, Julie and Julia. It's never easy capturing a real person's voice accurately, but the great Meryl Streep continues to prove that for her, it is simply child's play. Her turn as the New Zealand-born Australian Lindy Chamberlain in Evil Angels was overwhelmingly praised.
That is my opinion.
Well, is there any doubt about it?
Not in my mind.
Is it merely your opinion, or is it something you know as a fact?
Something my heart tells me is a fact.
But one of her best performances came in 2009's Julie and Julia, in which Streep plays the widely celebrated chef Julia Child to pastry perfection. Child was known not just for her trailblazing recipes, but for her affluent mid-Atlantic accent and unique bouncy vocal rhythm.
Welcome to the French Chef. I'm Julia Child. Today I'm going to show you how to make a real French omelet.
Streep fully embodies all of this, crafting a voice that is nearly impossible to differentiate from that of the real-life Child. It came as no surprise when she earned her 16th Oscar nomination for the role.
Do you know how to bone a deck?
No, but that's exactly the sort of thing that I'm very interested in learning how to do.
Number 9. Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill, Darkest Hour. The world was stunned to see Gary Oldman's physical transformation into the role of Winston Churchill for Darkest Hour.
The only thing to do is to show that maniac that he cannot conquer this island.
Even though that is mostly attributed to the makeup and hairstyling team, Oldman's commitment to the portrayal cannot be understated. While Churchill was also English, Oldman famously had to relearn his native accent, having spent many years living in America.
Let them see your true qualities, your courage,
My poor judgment.
your lack of vanity,
My iron will.
your sense of humor.
The process paid off, as Oldman fully commands attention in the shoes of the formidable British Prime Minister. Not only does he disappear into the role physically, he also nails the distinctive lisp and stutter in Churchill's speech.
Men will still say, this was their finest hour.
That and his deep emphasis on certain words.
We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans.
It was truly an acting masterclass. Number 8. Natalie Portman as Jacqueline Jackie Kennedy, Jackie. To prepare for the hefty responsibility of portraying former U.S. First Lady Jackie Kennedy, Natalie Portman buried herself in extensive research. She watched countless hours of videos, read around 20 biographies, and listened to recorded interviews of Kennedy.
I used to worry about going into the White House. It'll be a goldfish bowl, the Secret Service, I'll never see my husband. Then you found out that, it was really the happiest time of my life. It was when we were the closest.
In addition to all of that, Portman worked with a dialect coach to achieve the specific rhythms and distinctive vocal range that Kennedy was known for.
I didn't do that program for me. I did it for the American people.
Even for an Oscar-winning actress like Portman, this proved to be a challenge at first. But in the end, she perfectly captured Kennedy's old-time New Yorker cadence. From her delicate public voice to her deeper, more breathy tone in private, Portman skillfully pulls back the curtain on one of America's most iconic women.
Inform them that I will walk with Jack tomorrow. Alone if necessary.
Number 7. Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles, Ray. Prior to playing the great Ray Charles, Jamie Foxx was mostly known for his comedic roles on In Living Color and his own sitcom, The Jamie Foxx Show.
If you really want to get with somebody, all you got to do is be yourself, right? Yeah! Well, squash that. Don't be yourself.
He blew everyone away with his uncanny performance in Ray, which earned him an Oscar for Best Actor and catapulted his acting career. Foxx fully immerses himself in the role, even going as far as gluing his eyes shut to give a more accurate portrayal of the blind singer and pianist.
Think about it, Marlene. What do I need a light for?
Well, you don't need to be cooking anyway. We brought you takeout from Oscars.
Well, get your money back. Get that fried chicken right here.
More than just a physical transformation, Foxx draws from his own Southern heritage, nailing Charles's accent and unique raspy voice.
But now, as I look back, though, John, I have to say all those things that my mom taught me when I was a youngster has paid off for me, truly.
A master impressionist, Fox definitely also proved his worth as a phenomenal dramatic actor. Number 6. Ramy Malik as Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody. While working with a dialect coach for his portrayal of Freddie Mercury, Ramy Malik devised his own system of adopting the Queen frontman's accent.
Are you happy? I think it's beautiful. It's almost perfect. Almost. Yes, give it more rock and roll.
As Mercury was from a Parsi Indian background, Malik first perfected his mother's Gujarati accent. He then proceeded to learn an accent that was half Gujarati, half British, then worked his way up from there until he had just the right mix of both.
We'll mix genres, we'll cross boundaries, we'll speak in bloody tongues if we want to.
But in order to capture the essence of Mercury's speech pattern, Malik also had to learn to speak with prosthetic teeth, as the rock star was born with 4 extra incisors. Just like his co-star Gwilym Lee does with Brian May, Malik nails every single quirk of Mercury's specific idiolect, totally earning his Best Actor Oscar.
It's a knife edge that I like to tread on, which is good. The danger element is exactly what we need.
Number 5. Philip Seymour Hoffman as Truman Capote. Capote. One of the first things anyone notices when they watch a clip of the late Truman Capote is his distinctive voice.
Well, I said that the reason that I don't have much use for them is because primarily they are dumb, and they are.
The prolific writer was well known for his shrill tone and his unique Southern drawl. For his performance in the eponymous 2005 film, Philip Seymour Hoffman embodies all these eccentricities, swapping his regular baritone for Capote's high-pitched, childlike voice.
I was writing the script as they were filming all that time in Italy, and I worked like mad all day long and then dashed down to the bar around midnight.
Hoffman layers this with just the right emotion and delivers a portrayal that's equal parts heartwarming and haunting, mostly with just the power of his voice. He was awarded the Best Actor statuette at the 78th Academy Awards for his phenomenal work.
Because since I was a child, folks have thought they had me pegged because of the way I am.
Number 4. Cate Blanchett as Katharine Hepburn, The Aviator. Is there any role Cate Blanchett cannot believably pull off? We highly doubt it. The multi-Oscar-winning Australian actress has gone from playing the English Queen Elizabeth I to a Manhattan socialite in Blue Jasmine.
I'm gonna babysit you. I'm a good babysitter. No? You should babysit. I used to babysit when I was a teenager. It's how you make extra money.
But the performance in which Blanchett has most flexed her ability to seamlessly move through accents was in her portrayal of screen goddess Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator.
Let's be honest. It's all been a grand adventure, but it couldn't possibly last. We're too alike, you and I.
Blanchett was tasked with playing an actress from the golden age of Hollywood, who possessed the mid-Atlantic accent and was thought to sometimes be a caricature itself. Whether you thought of Blanchett's performance as over the top or not, it's a task she seemed to achieve with relative ease.
Because fear is what we all suffer from. I mean, fear is what you and I suffer from, trying to be fascinating, which was an asinine position to be in.
Number 3. Austin Butler as Elvis Presley. Elvis. Nailing the unmistakable voice of Elvis Presley without sounding like a parody sure was a daunting task for Austin Butler. The former Nickelodeon star got his big break playing the king of rock and roll in the eponymously titled 2022 biopic.
A lot of people saying a lot of things, but in the end you gotta listen to yourself.
Butler has received wide acclaim for his performance, garnering particular praise for his flawless imitation of Presley's low-pitched Southern drawl and his singing voice. But all of that definitely did not come easy. Butler had to pour through countless hours of interviews and live performances, breaking down each and every word to get the King's rhythm and cadence down. He also worked with a dialect coach. Butler immersed into the voice so much, he found it hard shaking it off afterwards.
Every day it's this thing of going, okay, what is reality? Just staying grateful and really just kind of not allowing those things to make me feel like they are me.
Number 2. Ben Kingsley as Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi. As he was a London-trained lawyer who worked in South Africa before moving back to his home country of India, Gandhi's accent changed throughout his life. And in the 1982 biopic in which Ben Kingsley plays the nonviolent freedom fighter, we also hear this change over the course of the film.
Sir, I was called to the bar in London.
and enrolled at the High Court of Chancery. I am, therefore, an attorney, and since I am, in your eyes, colored, I think we can deduce that there is at least one colored attorney in South Africa.
Starting with an English-sounding diction to a more Indian one by the end, Kingsley taps into the soul of Gandhi, reflecting the journey he embarks on in his fight for Indian independence.
If England does not grant your demands, are you prepared to return to jail again?
I am always prepared to return to jail.
Kingsley, a British actor of Indian heritage himself, reportedly read almost 30 books and studied tirelessly to perfect Gandhi's accent. Clearly, all of that hard work paid off.
An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind.
But Gandhiji, do you know the sacrifices people have made? We would never get the same commitment again, ever. The whole of India is on the move.
Yes, but in what direction?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Chewel Edgaphor as Solomon Northup, 12 Years a Slave. The British Edgaphor plays a convincing 19th century African-American man.
We need a sympathetic ear. An opportunity to explain our situation.
Who, in your estimation, is that sympathetic ear?
The two men I journeyed with. I'm certain they're making inquiries at this very moment.
Will Smith as Muhammad Ali. Ali. Smith nabbed an Oscar nod for landing Ali's distinctive cadence.
Are you losing your hearing along with your hair? Don't put no question to it, man. I done told you I'm through fighting. I got a much bigger contender, a much heavier opponent. I'm fighting the entire U.S. government.
Christian Bale as Dick Cheney. Vice. The British actor gained 40 pounds and a Midwestern accent for his hilarious portrayal of the former VP.
I have been the chief of staff. The vice presidency is mostly a symbolic job.
Claire Danes as Temple Grandin. Temple Grandin. Danes defies stereotypes with her well-rounded portrayal of Temple Grandin's voice.
Being held by another person is scary, but rolling or being held by surfaces produces the calming effect that ordinary children get from a hug.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Edward Snowden. Snowden. Gordon-Levitt crafts a deep, rich imitation of Snowden's voice that polarized audiences.
I'm done, sir.
You don't have to tell me when you've completed a stage.
No, I finished the whole thing.
It's been 40 minutes.
38.
Number 1. Forrest Whitaker as Idi Amin, the last king of Scotland. In portraying the ruthless Ugandan president Idi Amin, Forrest Whitaker knew he had a lot of responsibility on his shoulders.
Together, we will make this country better and stronger.
The Longview, Texas actor traveled down to Uganda to spend time with people who were close to the dictator and even learned to speak Swahili. In addition, he read several books and studied archival footage of Amin, listening closely to some of his rousing speeches. All of these informed his vocal imitation of the military ruler.
It is now my intention to work in close cooperation with everybody, with the members of the armed forces, the public, and expatriate from England, from other parts of the world, to plan for proper development of the country.
Whitaker's resulting performance featured a near-perfect East African accent that was met with a positive reception from the people of Uganda and from audiences around the world.
Let me tell you, if I could be anything instead of a Ugandan, I would be a Scot.
Like, really? Really?
Except for the red hair, which I'm sure is attractive to your women, but which we Africans, we find this quite disgusting.
His efforts were crowned with multiple lead actor awards the following year.